of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Reload. Check it out, read. Watch the 14. Saturday. Watch the ship. You got tight.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On first down, Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Wilson to the Seahawks, looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Good job right there.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, Is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Here we go. 180. I got it. Yeah.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's his safety. I think you'd have to say this crowd here in Seattle, this 12th man, had something to do with that.
As well as the architect of this stadium. Combined with this crowd noise, makes it very difficult to run offense. And here, 2 points result for the defense.
It is deafening in here.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check 31. Check 31. 14. Switch gears. 57.
To throw again. Wilson will find Metcalf. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
3 bud. Take 4.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, 49ers.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Hey, Charlie.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
50 seconds to Mike. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Penny. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
That was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon.
Here we go.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. Like 20. Get ready. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Big dance. Come.
They'll try to run through it with Howard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. On first, they go right back to Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running with Howard. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball. 65. 54 is Mike. Check. Hey, orbit. We ain't getting that.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23. Yard line.
Stands in at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Wilson now. Going to throw again. Steps away to his left. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken short. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Going to throw right side here, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
2nd and 6. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Go 14.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Safety's creeping. Go. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Oh, had to get it out quick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. In for the score. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I couldn't understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Let's go. Watch move. I'm coming, baby. Woo! And we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack, baby. Sack.
And it's 3rd down.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back. 57.
Back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Ladies. 57 to Mike. Be alert. I'm coming after you. Come. Check nickel, nickel. 40. Check 13. One left.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Penny, a first down carry. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to... And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Kill.
35-yard line.
Again, it's Howard. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Howard. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8.
SOS.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. My goodness, it'll be a disastrous loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and about a mile here.
Run left, run left. Right there.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
315. Mike 5-4. Hold up. Joker. Hey. Watch the safety creep.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Buying time to his left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike,
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, come on now. Check three. Go, guys, 4 down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Not here. Shift. Gun. Hold.
Wilson wants to throw it. Dancing to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So the victory here for Seattle. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what